It's now time to celebrate the Iowa section as the recipient of the Herb Graffis Award. This award is given annually to a PGA section for outstanding efforts in growing the game. Let's take a closer look.
Iowa. It's the heartland of America. From fields of plenty to fields of dreams for golfers of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities. It's the proud home to more than 250 PGA of America golf professionals who make a positive impact on this game we love. A PGA section with long-standing tradition for caring for one's neighbor and helping others. And as a kid from Cedar Rapids, my major dreams were realized because of a Hawkeye State PGA professional. Larry Gladson is more than just my coach. He's a friend for life.
Even though he was undersized, he was out there competing with the best in our state and then later on in his college years and beyond. Zach's given our club, our community, our state an identity.
So why does this small yet mighty section find itself in the national spotlight? Because Iowa is a section whose leaders had a vision, powerful ideas that became the blueprints for two of the most amazing initiatives nationwide. In the 1990s, the Iowa PGA officers shared a common passion for junior golf and a dream to see it expand from the ground up. The original masterminds behind the drive, chip, and putt competition we see flourish at Augusta National each spring.
It actually began with one of my members at Hyperion Field Club. His name was Bill Bagley, and it was really his concept of a spin-off of pump, pass, and kick, which was kind of a football skills test. And he said, I'd like to do a drive, chip, and putt contest. I thought it was a great concept.
Ross DeBure was one of our section officers who had been running at his golf club in Des Moines, Iowa. Brought it to the board and said, I think this is the right thing to do to get kids' involvement in junior golf here in the state of Iowa.
We tend to do things here because it's the right thing to do, not because it's a mandate or you're told to do a program. Anything we can do to grow the game, get more families involved, we know it's the lifeblood of the future.
The Iowa PGA, a proven champion in player development, has always been committed to inspiring the next generation of golfers. And when it comes to our nation's heroes, Iowa PGA professionals stand tall amongst their peers and remain at the forefront of a game-changing and, most importantly, a life-saving program. What started with just a few PGA coaches and 20 Patriots in the fall of 2007 planted the seeds for what has grown into the section-wide GIVE Foundation.
This part of the country is very pro-military. We're very proud of what our veterans have done for us, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of.
The GIVE Foundation was initiated by a person named Lou King, who was a World War II Navy veteran. He always had in the back of his mind that wouldn't it be wonderful to have golf as a tool to enhance their physical and their mental and their social well-being.
There is an organization here that appreciates you, welcomes you, and you can have fun, learn to golf. You can let your guard down a little bit with other veterans.
It's grown as a partnership with the Iowa City VA, Iowa PGA, and Riverside to become what it is now with over 2,500 vets going through our program.
The impact of this program on me has been remarkable. I get to actually enjoy the two loves of my life. One is wearing the uniform for 23 years, and the other is teaching the game of golf and playing the game of golf. The reward for me is spectacular.
The Iowa PGA's selfless example has enabled thousands of veterans to enjoy the best of GIVE over the years. And this Iowa original became the model for PGA Hope nationwide.
A lot of our PGA pros, they want to do the right thing. And it makes you proud to be a member of the Iowa Section PGA, I'll tell you.
Authenticity, resilience, compassion. That's the cornerstone of the Iowa section. PGA of America golf professionals dedicated to growing the game allowing juniors and veterans to follow their dreams both on and off the course.
We kind of call it our Iowa PGA family. We really work closely together.
I want to say 80% of the golf professionals within our section are either supporting our junior golf programs, hosting events, hosting golf professional events. It's just who we are.
I grew up working for a past president, and he just kind of introduced me to all of the past leaders of our section. And when I got into the officer role, I just was really adamant that I wasn't going to let those guys down.
There's just hundreds of golf professionals decades back that had these ideas and committed to making sure that these things were successful. It's a privilege to have helped continue to help it thrive. We're really proud of Iowa.
Congratulations to my friends in the Iowa PGA, the most deserving recipient of the 2024 Herb Graffis Award.
I've had the opportunity to visit the Iowa section, and while it's not one of our largest sections, it's a section full of some very, very passionate PGA members, led by their executive director, who's a PGA member, Greg Mason. So congratulations to the Iowa section. Now please join me in welcoming Erin Strieck, the president of the Iowa section. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire Iowa section.
Well, I mean, come on. We're doing things a little different today, okay?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Perfect.
Okay. Have at it.
Thanks, I will. First of all, I'm as tall as this podium here, so I'm not having any part of that. And the running joke with this section is that when I was elected secretary, they actually bought me a stool. But guess what? I left my stool back in Iowa. So you're going to have to deal with me walking around, which is awesome because I can't stand in front of that. But good morning, fellow PGA members, associates, and friends of the PGA of America. I stand before you today with a great deal of pride and appreciation. Pride because I get to represent the Iowa PGA here today. And appreciation for everyone in this room that continues to push the Iowa PGA to impact the game in our own unique way by always doing the right thing that developed major dreams for some. As the video showcased, we are small. We are indeed mighty when PGA professionals and others serve in an unselfish way by doing the right thing. A huge thank you to Iowa Golf Hall of Famer, Ryder Cup captain, two-time major winner, and Cedar Rapidian, Captain Zach Johnson. What a wonderful ambassador for the game of golf and for all of Iowans. Let's give him a hand, please. The Iowa PGA has only 280 members and associates, a population of around 3 million, so we concentrate more on percentages than raw numbers. I am standing here with my Iowa PGA family today. Though we have always followed the PGA of America's mission, we have never been afraid to do something different and grow golf as we know it will only benefit our PGA members and golfers we serve. We are in our third strategic plan since 2014. Our section and foundation boards have been pulling on the same rope, going up that same hill for longer than that. However, we felt the need to identify more specific goals and actions for our boards. I'm privileged to lead our fine section, but our boards and staff feel as if we were just the next stewards of what the Iowa PGA is all about. It all started in 1980 when the officers at the time felt the need to begin our first section-wide growth of the game efforts by creating a 5-day, 4-night experience for our junior golfers. The Iowa PGA Junior Academy was created and after 44 years is still growing strong to this day. Our past leaders have been such a strong fabric to always doing what is right for the Iowa PGA. In 1989, we were a joint house, the Iowa Golf Association, the Iowa Golf Course Superintendents Association, and the Iowa PGA. We are all being led by separate boards, but also by one joint board. They agreed that there was a need to have a strong leader in place to help modernize and move our associations forward. Our sitting Iowa president, Jock Olson at the time, helped to hire that strong leader in 1989, and he then retired in 2006. The late Captain Kirk Stanzel was the leader that helped guide past leaders and boards to what the Iowa PGA is today. His mark is not only all over the Iowa PGA, but is also in a couple of current leaders serving as executive directors. We would like to thank Kevin Helm of the Michigan PGA and Jeff Lofsted of the South Florida PGA for saying yes to Kirk and spending some time in our little section prior to leading your current sections. Your efforts and marks are still there as well. He also hired our past executive director, Troy Christensen, who served in that position from 2006 until 2017. As everyone that has ever passed through the Iowa PGA, they know that once an Iowa PGA member, you are always an Iowa PGA member. During Kirk's time, the boards began incredible work by diversifying our revenue streams while growing golf and serving our members. Without their vision, we would not be standing where we are today. As Zach mentioned, we are so proud that the Iowa started 2 national programs. The first one, Drive, Chip, and Putt, was started in 1992 by past President Ross Sabir and one of his members. In 1999, the board asked Ross more about that program. Through Kirk's leadership, we started administering that event. They ran their own local events at their facilities with a high point of over 60 separate facilities running the events and sending junior golfers to the state's regional events that would be ministered by our Iowa PGA staff. Our only regret, not trademarking DCP, but then our past leaders weren't looking for recognition to make any money. They were just doing the right thing. From 1997 until his retirement in 2006, the Iowa PGA started our junior tour in 1997, DCP in 1999, our Las Vegas Pro-Am in 2002, our Pee Wee Tour in 2003, and our popular Iowa Golf Pass in 2003. Kirk then hired a young PGA member to serve as our communications director. She still serves as our current assistant executive director, junior golfer, PGA member, Tess Gowdy. Ooh, I knew this was gonna be hard. She was in charge of the golf pass as one of her duties. During her tenure, she has touched every program that is still growing and serving as a wonderful revenue stream that helps us serve our members and grow our game. We would not be here today without her institutional knowledge of the many programs and to some degree carrying out Kirk Stanzel and the past leader's vision of doing the right thing for golf. Tess and her team worked tirelessly on securing events for our junior golfers. We are proud to say in 2024, over 67% of our PGA-run facilities hosted Pee Wee Tour or Junior Tour events. That doesn't count ones that also administer DCP, PGA Junior League, high school championships, or Monday professional events. We could not do anything without the wonderful support of our facilities and them also knowing that they are doing this to give back to the game and pay it forward. Tess, thank you. Please give her a round of applause. We also want to thank a gentleman that only served in our section for 7 months, Mr. Thomas Hutton, the current executive director of the Southern Texas PGA, helped us in developing a stronger relationship with our state high school association as we administer the 4 classes of state championship golf now. Thank you, Thomas. As a result, I want to thank all of our past presidents, board members, and PGA members for supporting junior golf and understanding the value it brings to our courses, clubs, all of our professionals, and the greater golf industry in Iowa and Western Illinois.
As you can see, even though I tower over Erin, I've chosen to walk as well. I think I've got you by, what, 2 inches? Mike Downing was hired as our Director of Player and Membership Development in 2020. His leadership in keeping our professionals connected to the Iowa PGA office has only helped to bolster Tess's request to host events. One of Mike's duties is to administer DCP and our 24 local events and to recruit facilities to host PGA Junior League. In 2024, we saw 41 of our 86 PGA facilities participate in PGA Junior League. Along with Tournament Director Casey Harvey, this close connection to our Iowa PGA members also saw 156 of our 281 PGA members or associates playing at least one Iowa Monday section event. Mike has been a perfect partner in crime to work alongside with Tess with all of our junior programming. Please, Mike, come forward, be recognized as a fellow WIU Leatherneck. To the rest of the team, from Stephanie Mason, Casey Harvey, Jacob Hesner, Blake Newell, watching at the office, I also want to say thank you. You make all of us look good. You make our brand stand out, and you provide unbelievable customer service. This national award will continue to motivate and inspire the Iowa PGA to impact lives through golf. We know, though, that our work continues. I'm excited to announce that while last year's Junior Tour membership number was 1,152, this year's Iowa PGA Junior Golf membership hit another record high at 1,185 junior golfers. Not bad for a small state. Per our population, that's roughly one junior golfer for every 2,500 citizens. What excites us in this number is that we only had 809 in 2015. Plus, those golfers played just 3,873 rounds in 2015, while in 2024, they played over 7,500 rounds of tournament golf. I'm excited about the future, not only of our junior golf programs, but the other two pillars of our foundation: scholarships and grants, and GIVE, Golf for Injured Veterans Everywhere. Zach mentioned we had two national programs that started in the Iowa PGA, DCP and a little program we started called GIVE, again, Golf for Injured Veterans Everywhere. GIVE was the idea of former PGA of America Executive Director, the late Lou King. He wanted to form a partnership with the local VAs, the Riverside Casino Resort, but knew he needed the Iowa PGA professionals to help provide the fuel and instruction for our deserving veterans. The first class was in the spring of 2007. The vision of Lou, plus with the help of the VA, Barry Sharp and Kit Sickles, the owners of Riverside, Dan and Bobby Keel, and the Iowa PGA Board, led by past President Jeff Smith and sitting President Kenny Shaw, helped kick this program off. We could not have done it without the leadership of the 2014 PGA of America Patriot Award winner, PGA Life member, and retired Sergeant Major Jim Dickerson. Our tiny little section now has 3 locations for our GIVE program that has served over 3,000 deserving veterans and has raised over $2 million for our veterans in the 18 years of administering this program. Our scholarship program has provided scholarships for college students, starting with the Burkhart Scholarship in 1987. We have 3 other scholarships that serve people interested in becoming a PGA golf professional or getting into the golf business. As we continue to fundraise, we will expand into grants for our PGA professionals to receive for growth of the game opportunities at their individual facilities. It is worth repeating, the current officers and board take pride in continuing their stewardship of growing game in our section. Thank you, past Iowa PGA leaders, living or past, for your continued support and for setting the Iowa PGA up for success. I wish to leave you with this. We so much appreciate being honored for this award, especially highlighting what a wonderful and storied history we have in the Iowa PGA. We promise to still continue to make improvements and not rest on our laurels. After all, we have more fields of dreams to build. There may be another Zach out there, for all we know. And at this time, our ghostwriter is thinking, wow, Erin and JR just nailed it. They read the speech that I wrote for them perfectly, didn't stumble too much, had a few jokes. I limited the dad jokes, so he's very happy about that. But as PGA professionals, we are the ones that, and we heard it last night, we want to just thank everybody else except for ourselves. You know, if we get an accolade, it's because of someone else doing something. And here in the Iowa section, we have the best executive director, hands down. No offense to any of the other EDs in the room. When I was at my first annual meeting 4 years ago, I was in awe looking around the room as everyone said, "Hey, Mace, how you doing?"
It's like being with a celebrity.
Right?
He is.
Yeah, he's actually signing autographs in the hallway.
Yeah, we joked this morning we couldn't find him at breakfast because he had an autograph line outside.
But no, in all seriousness, the staff does a great job. The officers, the board, we all have a passion, but it all stems from one person, spearheading everything in Iowa. A great PGA professional. He's gone through the ranks here and now executive director of our section. A friend of mine, a mentor, and I know I say this on behalf of all of our staff and our officers that we could not do what we do without Greg Mason.